Hi.
Hello, hello. This is Tina and Michael here, in case you don't know us from Better Yourself 365. And we have started something new today, which we're pretty excited about.
Yes, we are.
And we're going to be doing these live sessions on Facebook. And we'll be talking about a different topic each week, but they will always be around health, how to better your health, and how to better your relationships, because that's the two focus of our company. And
Live healthy, love fully.
That's right. That's our tagline. And we have different ways that we help people with that, with bettering their health and bettering their relationships. And some of it is in person or online, one-to-one. And some others are programs that we develop, training programs that are digital programs that you can do at your own pace, or live programs. So we will be talking about today, specifically, in the next 15 minutes, we will be talking about the relationship aspects, the relationship with your life partner, and how often couples get stuck not wanting to get help. They get stuck there because they have a hard time accepting that they're having problems. And there's some shame around it sometimes, and they judge themselves, and so it gets them stuck. And we'll be talking today about how acceptance and self-compassion, how that's key, and how that actually looks like. And we'll even be giving you a concrete example with our own relationship at a time where, we had to really do that to move things around when we were having problems ourselves. Okay. So we're pretty candid and open with our relationship, because we can help couples, because we're not only therapists. That's part of the reasons why we have credibility and we're experts in this field, is because of our work as therapists, where we've worked years and years, 16 years, from specifically with couples counseling. We have 20 years of experience each in therapy. But we're also experts because we've had to work on our own relationship. It's not always been easy. And it's never easy for any relationship all the time, right? Even the couples that seem to have it all together, odds are they've gone through some times that were rougher in their relationship. They may not have always openly talked about it.
Yeah, so if you're curious about who we are and you want to know a little bit more about what we do and the products we offer, and we have a bunch of free stuff as well, so you can check us out at our website. It's betteryourself365.com, and there's a lot of things you can check out there, videos and free resources and some of the courses that we offer. But one of the things I wanted to highlight for you is actually on the very homepage. At the bottom of the homepage, there's a place where you can register for our weekly newsletter. And it's a newsletter where we pick a topic that's typically, obviously connected to relationships or health. Those are our two biggies. And we're pretty honest and open, and we often bring personal examples in there combined with our experience working with clients for 20 years each. So we have lots of information that we could share with you. People generally have given us very good feedback, so we know that people like them. So it's a chance for you to register there. Just go down, put your email in, and then you can start getting them. And the first one will be tomorrow. So if you register tonight, you'll get one tomorrow.
So, honey, for today, if we're diving into the topic of today, what would you say gets couples stuck?
Yeah, so we're talking about acceptance and self-compassion. So those are the antidotes to what? So what are they helping you with? So people are, couples are getting stuck, and there are problems in relationships. Everybody has problems in the relationship, but we put a second problem on ourselves by not wanting the problem in the first place. So we put some judgment towards how did we get here? Why are we struggling with this? So people don't really want to struggle, so they sometimes will get stuck by not accepting that there's a problem in the first place and taking action. They kind of get stuck because they're either ashamed of the issue, and relationships are one of those things where people have a lot of shame attached, a lot of stigma attached to talking about it publicly with your friends. So let's just keep it to ourselves. So you suffer in silence, so to speak. So people get stuck there because there's no action taken because I can't accept that this is where we are. And then there's the second thing that goes on, which is people judge themselves for being here in the first place. So a lot of negativity and self-judgment towards people. It's very hard to move forward and to make progress when we're constantly crapping on ourselves for how we got here and how could I have let this happen and what's wrong with me and I should have done this and I should have done that. And people shooting on themselves. So there's a prominent researcher and practitioner in the world of self-compassion. Her name is Kristen Neff, Neff. And she has a lot of resources out there, actually, selfcompassion.org, I believe is her website. And I've actually taken some training with one of her partners. His name's Christopher Gerber. And I've had some training with him, and he's phenomenal. And anyway, Kristen Neff talks about two different facets of self-compassion. One is a gentle type of self-compassion, which is really being easier on yourself and treating yourself with less judgment and being softer and accepting it's okay to have flaws. The other side of self-compassion is what she calls fierce self-compassion, which comes in the form of standing up for yourself, setting boundaries with people, and in a relationship, it could come in the form of identifying what your needs are and naming them to your partner in a respectful manner and to see if your needs can be met. Because a lot of times in relationships, people are hesitant to name what their needs are because they're not even sure they're allowed to have them. Mm-hmm. And, in my work with clients over the years, I know it's very difficult for people to, if I were to ask someone, so what do you think you need right now? There's a lot of blank looks at me because a lot of times I haven't really thought about what that is. And if you really want to know what you need, you have to know how you feel. And if we've been in the past pushing the problem aside, we're pushing our emotions aside at the same time. So it's dangerous to bring those emotions back in so that you can take a good look at it, so you can accept what this situation is. So there's a good reason why people don't want to deal with it right now and they kick it down the road.
Well, part of the reason that people sometimes taking down the road too is that they might feel overwhelmed, they might feel helpless, they don't know how to change that, and so they go into avoidance mode, and it's kind of like, okay, well, maybe it'll get better, maybe, right? And that doesn't work, right? Because it often doesn't get better, or if it does get better for a little while, problems that were there that it started in the first place will come back, right? So I also like how Kristen Neff talks about the self-compassion as treating yourself as your best friend.
Right.
And I had to use that in our example. I had to go there because I was beating myself up greatly at some point when we were having a rough time in our relationship early on. I was beating myself up because I'm a couples therapist. And I would go to, I'm a fraud. Here I am helping couples during the day, and I'm going through this period with my husband. It's very scary. I don't know what's going on. We're having all these external stressors that are changing how we are together. Our connection was starting to get affected, and nobody would really know other than us, right? Because again, a lot of people don't talk about this. And we had an extra layer of shame in that because we are therapists. Technically, we shouldn't have. That's where we would go, right? The self-judgment we should have.
No problems in our relationship.
Right. We should have things together all the time.
Let's pretend like we do.
Right. And we don't, but we had to accept that because we spent a few years stuck as well because we weren't accepting that we were having problems. I didn't want to see it. I was scared of, what does this mean? Can we figure this out? We were having so many external stressors at the time, major things going on in our lives. So, of course, we were having troubles in our relationship. All couples that go through external stressors, it will impact your relationship. The more you get stuck not accepting that it's impacting you, the more you stay there stuck in that, and the problems get worse, right? So at some point, that self-compassion had to kick in for me, and I had to treat myself as my best friend and say, okay, you're working really hard, right? It's okay. You can be a therapist and still have to work on your relationship. There's no other way around it. You have to work on your relationship. Doesn't mean you're not a good therapist. It doesn't mean there's something wrong with you,
Mhm.
right? Now you just need to practice what you preach in your own relationship.
Yeah.
Now's the time to do that, and that's okay. Actually, you're modeling that by doing it. So I had to become my best friend.
Mm.
Your best friend doesn't tell you, you're a fraud. What are you doing? You should quit your day job, right? Your best friend will tell you, I know you're trying really hard. I know this is a tough time for you. You're just human.
Mhm.
So it's okay. Keep at it. You have this. You got this. You can do this,
Mhm.
right? And then you can move forward.
Yeah.
So that's all we're wanting you to see in here is that as long as you keep that in your mind, and when things are going wrong, either in your health or your relationship, and today we talk more about relationship, the first step is to recognize it and accept it as, you know what, this is going to happen.
This
It's
is where
normal.
we are. Yeah, this is where we are right now.
And the sooner we accept it and we don't judge ourselves about it, the sooner we can come together
Mhm.
and talk about now what? What
Yeah.
do we do?
Yeah.
Can we come together and try things differently? Or do we need extra help? And this is where we encourage you to go back to see what our services are on our website, because we try to tailor the services that we offer for couples in different formats that um, for a variety of different couples, right? Because not every couple wants to do couples counseling.
Mhm.
Maybe they don't have the time or the money or whatever it is. And so we have other ways that you can still get help on your relationship. Either you do it with a digital program on your own pace, or you do a live weekend that's really intensive and very powerful. There's other ways.
Mhm.
So the important thing is that you accept that you might need help and that you have self-compassion.
Mhm. And then maybe it'll provide you the opportunity to sit down with your partner and say, we need to talk. Or maybe it provides you the opportunity to seek out that support that you've been holding off because of self judgment and all that stuff. So let this video maybe be a prompt for you that it's okay, you're a human being, welcome to the human race.
Mhm.
Accept that where you are, and maybe you need to talk to somebody, or maybe you need to reach out, or maybe it's your partner, or maybe it's our website, or maybe it's somebody else. But let this be a prompt for you, maybe to reach out.
So that's all we have for you folks today. So we will see you next week on a different topic, and we hope to see you there.
Yeah, take care, folks.
Bye.